Hi, I'm Leslie,
And I'm Erik.
and this is Erik Martin Says. Today, Texas estate planning attorney Erik Martin is going to tell us about what happens right after you die.
That is a very important moment and one that people don't really think about. You know, people are always wondering, do I need a will? Do I need a trust? All the mechanics of it, but they don't really think about that actual moment after they die and what happens to their stuff and their family.
Yeah.
And so today's episode, that's what we're going to talk about. But first, I would love to recap that really fun golf tournament that we just brought Erik Martin Says to.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So this is an industry tournament, Fort Worth Landman, that I've been sponsoring for about 6 years. For the last 3 years, I've always done something fun, like put a picture of my face on the golf ball. No name, didn't put my firm name on it, just my face.
No context.
No context. And so all the people out there think it's hilarious. This year, we got the opportunity to sponsor a hole and set up our tent on the tee box and brought some swag for the people, got to talk to them about dying, which, as you were saying earlier, it's funny. People don't want to talk about it, but they're much more likely to if there's a beer cart
Yeah.
and fun games.
Yeah. It broke the ice a bit.
It did. It was like, welcome to the 18th tee box. You're going to die. Let's talk about it.
But first, can I light your cigar for you?
Yes. We did have cigars with my face and the logo on it, which was awesome.
And matchbooks.
And matchbooks and all the information they needed.
It was great. We even had a little game for them, a little death game.
The game ended up being the most fun. So Leslie brought a hula hoop and we put it at about 75 yards and let every team, each member of the team, chip at it. With the grand prize being, if you made it in the hula hoop, you got a free estate plan from Martin Lawyers.
And some folks got pretty close.
Several people got within 3 feet, I would say, and one guy actually landed it in the hula hoop, but it bounced out.
Yeah, that caused like a ruckus on the golf course.
We got several cheers that were heard on 2 or 3 holes away.
Imagine that, about death.
About death. And so that's just one of the ways we've been trying to make it fun. You know, it's kind of a morbid topic, talking about you dying, talking about your loved ones dying. And so we together have been trying to make this fun.
Yeah.
And that golf tournament was evidence that we're doing the right thing because everyone talked to us about wills and also had a great time doing it.
And also had a great time.
Yeah.
Our little skeletons were a hit.
Oh, I forgot about the skeletons. Those were...
How?
I know. Leslie had these little 3D skeletons printed and brought them to me, and they have a magnet on the back of the head. It turns out they fit perfect on a golf cart facing forward, and they just shake and are super adorable.
They were delightfully adorable.
Yeah, by the end of the tournament, they were like a myth.
So yes, they were adorable on the golf carts.
They were also legend by the end of that tournament. Mostly the girls, walked up and were like, hey, can I get one of those skeletons?
You got any more of them skeletons?
Nope, those are limited release. We only gave away like 5 of them, but they were a hit.
They were a hit. So we learned that we need more skeletons for next year, and that once again, people will talk to you about death if we make it a little bit fun.
Yeah, and how fun is that, having a little skeleton jingle around on your golf cart all day?
I think you have to experience to understand how delightful it is.
So anyway, that tournament was a great success. We donated some money to kids' scholarships. At the same time, talked to 17 or 18 different teams of 4 people about death and what they need to do. And everyone had a great time doing it. So kind of goes along with our theme of making death talk fun.
Yeah. Why do you think making death talks approachable is working?
Well, I think it's 1, important, and 2, working because people just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
They've never heard people talk about dying in a way that wasn't morbid and sad and, you know, all the things that they've seen growing up.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be, and it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
It's something you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah.
And
Nobody's getting out alive.
No. And so why would you make it morbid?
Yeah.
If it's going to happen, let's make it fun.
Yeah.
And so it kind of gets people over that hurdle of, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're like, well, what if we give you a cigar, some beer, and a fun game?
Yeah.
And maybe a skeleton.
If you're lucky.
Yeah. And so also kind of the point of the podcast is trying to make a heavy subject light.
Yeah.
Because the lighter you make it, the more people are going to check it out and want to listen to what you have to say. And it's super important. Literally everyone needs an estate plan.
Everyone.
So the more we can lighten it up and have fun, do fun events, have a fun podcast, the more people will find it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the goal.
Well, great. Well, are you ready to get in the meat of the episode about what happens when you die?
Yes.
Like right after you die. Who's the first person that people would call?
Well, I think before we get into that part, I'd like to just say that everything related to estate planning and you dying boils down to one moment. With estate planning and wills and trusts and probate and all these things that everyone has to think about, I get why they don't want to think about it. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
It is. There's just a lot, and there's not a lot of material on it. I would like to boil it down to the one moment that everyone needs to think about, and that is the moment after you die. What does your family do?
Yeah.
What happens to your family? Don't even worry about your stuff. Think about just for 1 second that you died. Your family is going to be grieving. They're going to be distraught. They're going to be trying to figure out what to do. And it's that moment that you have to think about, because at that moment, either they have a plan or they have no plan. Either they have a roadmap or they don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't have one, what do? They have no idea what to do.
Yeah, you're grief stricken.
Yeah, you're already grieving, and then you find out that the person that you loved that was in charge of everything that died didn't leave you a plan.
And now you really don't know what to do.
Now you have to find a lawyer and call a lawyer and just tell them that this person died and we have no idea what to do. Whereas if you have a plan, if you have a will or a trust or whatever your plan looks like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a roadmap. It'll tell you which lawyer did this plan,
Mm-hmm.
which lawyer you probably want to call. It'll tell you who's going to be in charge. It'll tell you who's going to get their stuff. It's the difference between organization and chaos.
Yeah.
It's the difference between your family being able to grieve you without worrying about the other stuff and chaos. And so it all comes down to that moment. And if people will think about that moment and taking care of their family after they die, I think more people will realize the seriousness of this situation, and that it's not that they want a will, it's that they need a will.
Yeah.
And it's not even that they need a will because they're going to be dead. Their family needs them to have a will.
Yeah, it really is not even for you.
It's not.
It's not for you at all.
It is in the sense that you get to know that
Yeah.
you did what you're supposed to do, but it's 100% about your family being able to grieve you without being mad about it,
Yeah.
and then moving on, because there is the then moving on. So it's like, how do we get to the bank accounts? All of our bills were auto-drafted out of the bank account, and the bank just locked it up. How do we get to it? Where does life insurance go? Where were mom's passwords? Where were dad's passwords?
Right.
Everything is online now.
Yeah.
And if you don't have some password-protected password document somewhere in your plan, you're leaving your family in the lurch.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it all comes down to that moment. And that's what I want people to think about is, what does happen after you die?
Yeah.
And not spiritually, that's a different episode. But
Yeah.
mechanically,
Yeah.
like you had to, like, who's the first phone call?
Yeah. I wouldn't. I've like I said, I've been very lucky to not have to lose anybody close to me that has made those decisions. So I don't know. I really wouldn't know. So who would be the first phone call? To your attorney?
If they know that you had one, if they know who your attorney was. So in our estate plans, we give them the hard copies in a folder that says estate plan of so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
They open it up, and on the first pocket is my business card. Now they know who to call.
Yeah.
Take that plan away, who do you call? The bank?
Texas? Yeah. I really...
Texas?
Texas, my dad died, and
We have a
I'm
problem?
sad, and I don't know what to do. Yeah.
I guess you call the bank, go to the bank, see where their accounts were, start calling life insurance companies.
Yeah. So what decisions would immediately need to be made if you have a plan? What is the first thing you do?
So generally the way it goes is someone dies, family's grieving. At some point during that grieving process, they're going to say, did he or she have a will?
Mm-hmm.
It always comes up right in the beginning. So then if, like we said, there's two different paths that can be taken there. If they had a will, we go find it, probably in their safe, look at it, see who's in charge, call the lawyer, get the probate process started. And then, but the main decisions immediately are, how do we pay the bills? How do we pay for the funeral? You know, actual end of life, like physical things.
Mm-hmm.
We have to do all those. If there was only one parent and kids, like how do they pay for anything?
Yeah. If your kids are underage.
Yeah. If you have minors or, you know, God forbid something happens to both the parents. At that point, it becomes a village. You got to count on aunts and uncles and cousins and extended family to take care of your family, and they're not going to have any of the answers either.
And they're trying to grieve themselves.
Yeah. So from a personal standpoint, it is about you to the extent that it's about your legacy. You know that these people loved you. They know that you know that they're going to be grieving. But do you want them to remember positive thoughts about you? Because you're the kind of person that planned for them in case something happened to you? Or do you want them to be lost and mad at you about it?
And
so,
I'm sure you've heard horror stories both ways.
I could go on for days, but
That's another podcast also.
that's another podcast. But really, it all comes back to that moment that we were talking about, is that the moment after you die, your family needs a plan. Also, the moment after you die, you want your family to think positive thoughts about you forever. And if you leave them in this mess where they're scrambling around and 2 years later still trying to settle your estate, which should have been simple,
Yeah.
you think they're going to be happy about it?
Yeah. No, they just want to have peace.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to have a plan so that they can have peace and remember you in a positive light because you thought about them. And that's the thing, is it is a gift for your family when they find out that you did a will or a trust,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that looks like. You took time out of your schedule to think about them and to plan for their happiness.
Yeah, so it's not even really about death. It's about the people that are still living.
Yeah, you died, you're gone. They're not. What do they do? But everything wraps back around to that one moment after you die. And people don't want to think about it. Why not?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be scary. It's going to happen. It is. I don't want it to happen tomorrow.
No.
I love life.
Yeah.
It's super fun.
I'm having a great time right now.
Yes.
I do not want this party to end.
No. And I hope that everyone is. But
Yeah.
I'm also not worried about dying because, one, I know I'm going to die, and two, I have an estate plan.
Yeah.
So I know that my family will be protected. And honestly, the more I think about it, like, it's not really scary at all.
No.
You just have to think about it.
Yeah, you make decisions for your future all the time. But there's not anything different about this.
There's really not. Just accept that you have to go to work tomorrow. Accept that
Yeah.
it's going to be hot in Texas in the summer.
Yeah.
Accept that one day you're going to die.
What are some of the best excuses you've heard for people not getting their wills done?
I'm trying to think if I've heard any that are actually good. I mean, people say I don't have enough stuff. I don't have assets.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not true. Anything you have, especially like if you have a house, you definitely are gonna have to go through probate. Life insurance policies probably are not going to pay out without either a will or the letters from the court.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the best one that I hear all the time is, I don't have enough time to do it.
And how much time does it take with Martin lawyers to do your?
Well, first off, I would say you don't have time not to do it.
That's true.
Because the little bit amount of time you're going to spend now compared to the time that you're going to save your family is exponential.
Yeah.
With Martin Lawyers, our whole goal has been to make the process easy. And so with our online intake form, my clients tell me it takes them 20 to 30 minutes to give us the information we need to draft their plan.
I've done it myself, and it does not take longer than 30 minutes.
I think it takes my clients longer to force themselves to sit down and do it.
Yes.
Because then when they do it, they're like, oh, wait, that was really easy.
Yeah, you realize that I think one thing, when I filled it out myself, I realized that I had already been thinking about those questions without realizing that I had, and then actually having talked with my husband about it and making those decisions, it was already something that was on my plate that I didn't even realize. And then now that that's done, we can move forward with the rest of the process.
Yeah, think about freeing up RAM.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of the things that's always on your to-do list.
Yeah.
And so even if you're not actively thinking about it, you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're actively thinking about it. It's impeding your thoughts on doing productive stuff.
How many times have we heard in the stockyards, oh my gosh, we were just talking about this?
Several times literally before the couple walked in the door.
Yeah. And they're already taken care of, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. From start to finish. Oh, we just happen to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. Several times people walking down the street, and they're like, what do y'all do? Like, we're selling estate plans, telling people what they need to do before they die. And they say, we were literally just talking about that, walking up the block.
All the time.
So it's always on people's mind. Why not fill out the form and free your mind of all of those thoughts? Especially because you're going to have negative thoughts when you haven't done it yet. And
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, when you're done, you're only going to have positive thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Like, I did that.
Yeah.
I did some adulting.
That's taken care of.
Yeah.
Now I can think about other potentially awful things to worry about.
Or potentially beautiful things. That's freedom of choice.
It is. Well, is there anything else that you want to tell people about what happens right after you die and why it's important to have this plan in place?
I think one thing I'd like to say is, people give us the excuse all the time of, well, I don't need this until I'm older. I don't need this until I'm retired and getting close to dying. I mean, first off, you don't know when you're going to die.
Yeah. When is older?
Yeah. And
Because the older I get, the older it gets.
I think people think this is something they do around retirement. But I was talking to my associate about that today, and he was like, you actually get more value out of it now when you have small children.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you die, then your kids have to go on without you. And if you have, a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old, they need someone in charge of them because they don't know how to do life yet.
Yeah. You weren't done yet.
Yeah. And so if you leave them with a plan, at least, you've already got caretakers. You have people that are going to have their best interest at heart.
Yeah, you wouldn't even leave your kid for a night without a babysitter having a plan.
Yeah. Why would you leave them forever?
Yeah.
Potentially. And so if you die when you're 70 and you have 2 40-year-old kids or 35 and 40,
Right.
if you don't have a plan, yeah, they have a mess to deal with, but they can at least manage their own lives.
Yeah.
It's not like you affected their life greatly. Whereas if you die with youngsters without a plan, like, you've kind of set them back.
Yeah.
And so doing it now makes a lot more sense. Like, you get more value out of it, and you have decades of not having to worry about it whereas the people that haven't done it have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And so,
Taking up your RAM, like you said.
exactly. Free that mental space.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah. So we focused on what happens when you first die. We focused on why. And then next, why don't we focus on what all we do to make these death talks fun? Because we've become really good at being unhinged about talking to people about how they're going to die. So why don't we talk about why we make it fun and how we make it fun?
I think when we first started working on this stuff, I told you people know they need to do it. They just don't think they need to do it now, and they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about dying. And so we came up with the show in the stockyards. Erik Martin Says You're Gonna Die.
I'll never forget you turning around on that stage for the first time. We were like, this is it. People need to hear this.
Yeah, and so we get the part that they don't want to talk about out of the way already.
Yeah.
And now we're free to talk about the things you do after you die. And so instead of inviting them to, Erik Martin estate planning dinner or dance.
Come to our Zoom call or Wheels and Wine.
Yeah, instead we said, meet us in the stockyards. It's called Erik Martin Says You're Going to Die. We'll buy you a drink and tell you about it.
Yeah.
And so that's been going for 15 episodes now, I think, 15 months.
And we've had our good ones and our not so great ones, but they've all been fun.
Every one of them.
We've talked to somebody that needed to hear what we had to say at every single one.
Yeah.
Whether it be one person or 37 people. I think it's impacted a lot of people in Fort Worth.
I think so. And I think that, like we said earlier, it is a morbid topic. And so the more that we can make it not, the more we can take what people consider a heavy subject and make it a light subject.
Yeah.
The better. Because, honestly, it is something that everyone needs. And so let's make it light.
Yeah.
Let's have shows in the stockyards where we buy you drinks and have dance lessons.
I love it when people call you the line dancing attorney. Is that anything?
Do they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what you ever thought would be on your radar?
No. Nor did I think I would ever line dance, but dancing with my wife and having instructors is super fun.
It is great. So we are at Pearls every third weekend of the month. The Fort Worth Wranglers teach us line dancing. The bartenders at Pearls always take great care of us. Chef Mama Creations, she makes snacks for us. And we also serve locally roasted Pop's Coffee. And I don't know if y'all know who Pop's Coffee is, but he was once known down there in the stockyards for playing some music occasionally. So we also, the Velvet Fox Hat Art Company, they do a market at the show. So up to 8 vendors. I think it's been really awesome, like connecting with the community and having something steady that everybody knows it's going to be there. And I can go talk to line dancing attorney on every third Saturday of the month,
No, it's been amazing. Like you said, I think just consistently being there and people knowing there's a safe space to go talk about these topics. Yeah, we could corral them in a conference room or a Zoom call, but wouldn't you rather go have a drink or have coffee, have snacks?
Yeah, there's plenty of other attorneys that will do it very boring if that's your preference. But that's not us.
No. We've never had a customer leave and say that it was boring. On the other end, we've had them leave and say, I can't believe I ran into you. This was amazing.
I think I would cry if somebody called us boring. Be like, what?
What else can we do? Light ourselves on fire?
I'll do it.
I won't do it.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, so who knows what this will open the door for, but we know for a fact that if we don't make it fun, people are not going to want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we want people to want to talk about it, so.
But I imagine you have like really beautiful conversations out of that too. Very unexpected.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for a child to talk to their parent about death, but equal as hard for the parent to talk to their child about it,
Yeah, I think both parties there are hoping that the other one brings it up one day.
Yeah. So
Which
we did
is never
it for
going to
you.
happen.
No.
It's never going to just come up in conversation.
Unless you just happen to be in the stockyards on the third Saturday or at a golf tournament.
Yeah, I would say, other than being lucky enough to run into us at the stockyards, the only time that people broach the subject is when someone in their family dies.
Yeah.
And then they go to, Aunt so-and-so's funeral and they're like, oh, did she have a will? Yes or no? And then they say, well, okay, we need to take care of our stuff.
Yeah.
And then by the time they get home, they've forgotten about it or they just don't want to talk about it. So, yeah, we're going to make it fun.
Yeah.
We have been making it fun and we're going to keep making it fun.
I intend to keep the death pony party going.
Well, come see us in the stockyards, 3 to 6, Madam Pearls every third Saturday, which happens to be this Saturday. And just think about whenever this subject comes up in your head, don't worry about the details. Don't worry about the time and effort it's going to take because it's going to be less than you think. Just focus on the moment after you die, what happens to your family. And if you just give that a good second thought, think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you'll do the right thing and find someone, like Leslie said. I don't care if it's me or not.
Yeah.
My firm is great. We do a great job. We make it easy, but find an attorney you like and get it done.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it.
The whole shebang.
It's the whole point of this show. Go get her done.
Start conversation. Make a plan before your family has to make one up as they go. And then have fun doing it.
Have fun doing it. I know you've thought about getting your wills done a lot and your estate plan done a lot. I guarantee you never considered that it would be fun.
Yeah.
And come see us in the stockyards. We'll prove you wrong.
Yeah. Or you can prove us wrong. Dare you.
Try.
Double dare you. All right. Well, do you have anything else for the people?
I think that's it. Just stay tuned. We'll get into the nuts and bolts of it in coming episodes. I'm very excited. The next episode, we're going to have a guest,
Ooh.
a young professional in Fort Worth, and talk to him about his thoughts on why he does or does not need a will. And I think that'll translate to a lot of people. And so
Yeah.
check us out. We promise to keep it fun and keep it light, and join us on the next episode.
Sounds great. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm Leslie.
I'm Erik.
And this was Erik Martin Says.